What happens when a robot built to kill Nazis is pushed to his breaking point? Episode 3 of Creature Commandos serves up heart-pounding action, devastating losses, and a jaw-dropping ending that could change everything. But is the series delivering on its promise, or stuck in a predictable loop? Let's break it all down. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today, we're diving into the deep end of James Gunn's animated monster mayhem with Episode 3 of Creature Commandos. The third episode, titled Cheers to the Tin Man, takes us on an emotional journey, exploring GI Robot's poignant backstory while still packing the gory, action-packed punch we've come to expect from this series. But, does it push the story forward, or is it stuck in a loop of Gunn's tried-and-true formula? Stick around as we break it all down, scene by scene, with spoilers, sharp critiques, and of course, some big questions about what's next. Before we dive in, if you're loving these deep dive reviews, smash that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Let's get into it. GI Robot's backstory, the Tin Man's heart. The episode kicks off with a flashback-heavy dive into GI Robot's origin story. We learn that he was built during World War II as the ultimate Nazi killing machine, programmed for precision and efficiency. But even as a robot, he was more than just gears and algorithms. He was loyal, courageous, and oddly sentimental. One standout moment is the montage of GI Robot fighting alongside Easy Company, a nod to DC Comics' war stories of old. The animation is stunning here, capturing both the chaos of battle and the camaraderie among soldiers. The use of sepia tones gives these scenes a historical, almost documentary-like feel. But here's where the emotional punch lands. After the war, GI Robot struggles to find purpose. He's paraded on late-night talk shows as a novelty, but all he wants is to continue his mission, protecting the innocent and fighting evil. This inner conflict adds depth to his character, making him more than just a robotic killing machine. Sean Gunn's voice performance deserves a special mention here. He brings a quiet dignity to GI Robot, even in moments where the character's dialogue is sparse. You can feel the longing in his monotone delivery, and it's heartbreaking. But here's the big question. Did we need an entire episode for this backstory? While it's beautifully done, some fans might argue that the pacing of the series is suffering. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Sons of the Mysera and the Invasion. Meanwhile, in the present day, the team is deployed to confront Circe and her forces, including the despicable Sons of the Mysera. Now let's address the elephant in the room, the portrayal of the Sons of the Mysera as misogynistic caricatures. They're crude, violent, and utterly irredeemable, essentially designed to be cannon fodder for GI Robot's rampage. This leads to one of the episode's most brutal action sequences. GI Robot cuts through the Sons with a cold efficiency, and while the violence is stylized, it's hard to ignore the catharsis Gunn seems to be aiming for. The choreography is slick, the animation is fluid, and the soundtrack, featuring the Dresden Dolls' coin-operated boy, adds a surreal edge to the carnage. But here's where the writing falters. The so-called invasion feels disappointingly small-scale. Instead of a grand battle, we get a single skirmish in a confined setting. The stakes don't feel as high as they should, given the premise. Is this a deliberate stylistic choice, or is the show simply not delivering on its promises of epic monster action? I'd love to hear your take. The final showdown and that ominous warning. The final act ramps up the intensity. After a tense confrontation, Circe uses her mystical powers to dismantle GI Robot, leaving him in pieces. His final words, "Oh, what a beautiful day, cheers to the Tin Man," are haunting, especially as Nina cradles his severed head in a rare moment of vulnerability. But the standout moment belongs to Weasel and Dr. Phosphorus, who deliver a shocking blow to Circe. Weasel's feral attack, paired with Dr. Phosphorus's fiery vengeance, is a gruesome yet satisfying spectacle. However, Circe's dying words, "You've doomed the world," leave us with more questions than answers. What exactly has the team unleashed, and how will it tie into the larger DC universe? It's a bold move to end the episode on such an ominous note, and it sets up intriguing possibilities for The Formula Problem. Critique time. Now let's address the elephant in the room: James Gunn's storytelling formula. Every episode so far has focused on a single character's backstory, wrapped it in a standalone conflict, and tied it up with an emotional moment. While this approach allows for deep character exploration, it's starting to feel predictable. G.I. Robot's backstory, while compelling, might have been more effective if integrated into the larger narrative rather than taking up an entire episode. And where is Frankenstein? After being built up as a central figure, his absence here feels jarring. Don't get me wrong, I'm still enjoying the series, but I can't help wondering, will the show keep us hooked, or will the formula wear thin? Let me know your thoughts below, and don't forget to like this video if you're enjoying the analysis. And that's a wrap on Creature Commandos Episode 3. Cheers to the Tin Man delivers emotional depth, stunning animation, and brutal action, but its repetitive structure and smaller-scale conflicts might leave some fans wanting more. What did you think of G.I. Robot's story? And where do you think the series is headed next? Let's discuss in the comments. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you're first in line for our Episode 4 breakdown. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.